diecast Norm Galactic Hooligan, and today I am actually going to come to you on Chinese New Year. Happy Chinese New Year, everybody. I was practicing how to say Happy New Year's in Chinese, and I think that I'll completely massacre it and everything, but Happy New Year's nevertheless. I hope everything's actually going well today for everyone out there. And today, in celebration of Chinese New Year, I'm actually going to review Generation's Rattrap. So, today's the year of the rat, and here we go. And I hope you enjoy.
Alright, we're back, and Chuck Namway, everyone. I think I did it, but I'm not sure. If I need correction, correct me down here. Correct me down on the comments. Want to fight about anything that I'm actually doing right now? Just comment, or if you like what I'm actually doing, please tell me. I'd love to hear from every one of you. Today, we're actually doing Rattrap. And since it's Chinese New Year, Year of the Rat, I'm deciding that this guy is actually going to be the special piece here. And he is loaded with great detail. If you actually notice here, you actually see like a lot of hair over here and everything like that. I wish this was actually done in the fuzzy hair material that we actually got on Masterpiece Optimus Primal. But this guy is actually pretty cool. Like, you actually have like the little beady eyes and everything like that. He's got like mouth articulation over here, so like he can actually move his mouth. He doesn't really hide any of his robot underneath or anything like that. So underneath, you know he's actually going to be a robot. Over here, he actually has this little piece that can actually slide over his shoulder here, over his neck here, and just let me take out his gun for the moment. So I can actually do that if you actually just bear with me. There we go. So right over here, there's this little covering that covers his neck. So you can actually like elongate that a little bit more and everything like that if you actually want him in like a head tilting down position. And it's really, really hard to get in here without any nails or anything like that. But if you do it right, there you go. Now you actually can cover, so he can actually kind of like look down and have that cover. This cover actually kind of like goes along with his head, and for some reason I just can't get that to work properly over here. It's actually very tight there and everything like that, so even if I do this, it actually tends to want to go with it. So I'm sorry about that, but needless to say, if you actually wanted him to stand, there you go. He actually does like a pretty good standing position pose and everything like that, where he can actually articulate his hands. In rat mode, he actually does have articulated hands over here and everything like that also. He's actually got like this soft material tail right over here also and everything like that, filled with I think there's like a piece in here, like a bendy piece and everything like that, to give him like a lot of stability and everything like that. So I love that. And I'm actually going to compare him along with Rattrap over here from like the Beast Machines line. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. But Beast Machines actually had like a lot of great stuff and everything like that also. The reason why he didn't really win over this guy is because I love this guy so much more. Even in the deluxe and everything like that, he's actually filled with like a lot of like great fun and everything like that. This guy is too, but there are a couple of places here where he actually kind of like misses the mark for me and everything like that, and I'll show that to you when he's actually in robot mode. But there we go. We're going to put him in with his buddy Starscream here from the comic book line. Not exactly sure how much of a buddy he is to him or anything like that, but like they actually seem to like actually have like a lot in common as far as like their as far as like how they actually think and everything like that. So there we go. And scale wise, this is actually supposed to be Voyager. This is Deluxe. So there we go. But he's actually like just a great giant rat, you know? So there we are. And I'm going to take you to the transformation, and I will see you back here in a moment.
One thing you'll actually notice about Rattrap is that mine doesn't necessarily connect all that well together or anything like that, but he's actually like still a lot of fun though. Like right on the backside, right over here and everything like that, you don't notice like a real cohesion to the way he actually connects and everything like that. And it's actually kind of like a miss there and everything like that, like, and a couple of like the tabs there, it's actually supposed to go underneath. You actually kind of like force it in a little bit, but they'll eventually come out and everything like that. So your mileage may vary, and that's pretty much it. But in transforming this guy, we actually want to come over here and kind of just jimmy that open right over here. That'll actually unleash the robot bits right over here, and do the same thing on the other side. Just open up the sides and then release his tail right underneath from here. We'll move his hands out of the way and come over here and start just moving them just a little gingerly out of the way and everything like that. So they're actually going to be like from underneath here, and just bring them to the sides. There we go. Then we want to extend his rat legs, and then right underneath are actually supposed to be where his robot legs are, but this is actually pretty genius, I think. So the way his legs actually work is that you come over here and you collapse this part of his leg onto the inside like this. So that'll actually form his robot calves, and then the back actually becomes like a little bit more of the robot calves and everything like that. And I think that's actually pretty great. And then you actually, let's see, his forelegs, his legs right over here, they actually have like two spots right over here where you actually have to collapse it on the inside, and you're actually going to get this right into a peg right in here. So once you collapse it in, there we are. And then just fix everything right over his robot leg. Actually his robot foot actually goes right over his rat foot. So I think that's actually very cool engineering right there. So again, we're going to do the same thing on this other side. We're going to bring this outer piece over to the inside. We're going to lift this also, that's actually on the back end, and collapse that inside. Then we're just going to move that in to form the back of his calves, and then take this and, without breaking it, just make that the robot foot, put that in, the robot foreleg, put that in, and then just put the robot leg right over the rat leg, right over the rat foot. And there we go, that's actually a full robot foot done. And now we're just going to bring this head down all the way to form his chest. We're going to bring this neck piece down. I usually rotate my Rattrap's head right around here. Then all we have to do is just do this, and then just collapse the back all the way up right onto his back, and then just fix his hands and fix his legs, and there we go. And there we go, just fix his arms, just any way you know, well, just fix his arms all together. And there we go. And that is Rattrap in robot mode. He's very cool. Very nicely detailed. And I'll actually meet you back over the review table.
And so here we go. Rattrap. He's actually very cool, actually. I do like him a lot. He's actually got like a lot of like articulation and everything like that. Let's take a good look at him from face all the way down. That head sculpt is actually very cool to me. I kind of wish that instead of like painting his eyes as they actually did over here, they would have actually just like kind of like left it alone or something like that, or maybe like painted it a little bit better before they connected everything, because that would have actually been so much cooler if the whole entire eye was actually red instead of like just putting like, it looks like they actually put like a dab of paint like right on the inside and everything like that and just said done, you know. But everything else is actually very cool. And this is actually kind of like a light piped material and everything like that. And even when you're actually putting light like right through the guy, he kind of like looks like there's only just like a little bit of a silhouette on the outside and everything like that, not much else. And that I think is actually kind of a miss there. But very, very cool detailing here. I really like this guy a lot. Like, kind of like a miss with this hollow end and everything like that. But when you actually have like a whole rat strapped to your back and everything like that, like, I guess that's pretty much the way it's going to be. But I really love what they actually did with the feet here. This is very, very cool. Sorry about my fingers, guys. I didn't really get a chance to lotion my hands or anything like that before I actually did this. Oh, one thing I think was actually kind of like a cool little nod. They put like a couple of like maximal symbols right over there, you know. So for the 80s kid and for the 90s kid, you know, this will probably be like hit all the bells and whistles and everything like that. Kind of like looks more like his animation model than anything else, you know. I think that's actually cool. And he comes with this pistol right over here, which I think is actually very cool, you know? You can actually just kind of like store it under his underbelly like in rat mode, or you can actually put it right over here. And I like this, you know? Here we go. Let's just split this apart, because he actually does have a couple of options here where he actually has like another. Just give it some time. It's coming. There we go. All right. See? He actually has like two little mini pistols right over here. So I think that's actually very cool. I like the molding on it. I kind of wish that they actually kind of like hit this off with like a little bit of paint, or like molded it in like maybe another kind of plastic. I like the shimmer that actually goes on in here, you know, and that's actually kind of cool. And I love the fact that he actually has like two pistols where he can actually dual wield, you know. Once I get this guy in here, this one's a little bit tighter than the other. I hope I'm not going to break him on screen, but there we go. So he actually has a couple of pistols where he can actually dual wield, you know, so that's actually very cool. Always appreciated when you actually have like two melee weapons or two guns and everything like that where he can actually dual wield. I really think that's actually very cool. And hold on, just let me stand this guy over here and put these weapons back together. And even when they're combined like this, that's a very, very awesome rifle. I think that's cool. He also comes with a couple of other weapons right over here. He has this. Now, depending on like what your pretend actually is with this guy, it can actually be like either some kind of like mine, or I think these actually kind of like look like binoculars also and everything like that. So like, that's cool. Again, adds on to playability and everything like that. He can actually store it right on his arm here, you know. I forgot what these were actually supposed to be though, but like right now I guess they're kind of like binoculars and everything like that to like look out for whatever. But like, I know that Rattrap is actually supposed to be more of a demolitions expert than anything else, so I'm actually thinking more mine than anything else, you know. But like, he's a very cool character. I like him a lot. And I think he actually very much adds on to like any like Beast Wars collection that you actually are creating right now, you know? If you're actually looking for a Rattrap, that's your guy. Speaking about more rats, I'm actually going to put him in with Rat Bastard Starscream. There we go. And to a current line, to like an older generation's line and everything, that's actually very cool. You know, I really love the fact that Starscream as a Voyager actually comes out a lot bigger than Rattrap here and everything like that, and that's how I'd actually like them. And I'm going to bring in Beast Machine's Rattrap here. Now, he is more than handy capable and everything like that with his wheelchair accessory here and everything like that. Like his legs actually do transform into like actual legs. And for this character, I think it's actually okay. The only reason why he actually kind of like missed the mark for me and why I didn't review him first was that his arms don't do this whole rotation thing and everything like that. And that's always a miss for me, where you actually kind of like have like one thing stationary and either this or this, you know what I mean? So it's either he's actually giving something or he's actually typing really fast and everything like that, because he's like the best secretary ever, you know? And I don't know, like I kind of feel like that's always a miss and everything like that. I always like it when hands are actually kind of like straight up like this, or like you know, like where they actually do have like some form of articulation, you know, because like that would have actually been nice to actually see in this guy. Speaking of articulation, so Rattrap actually does come with a full 360 on the head. He actually comes with a bend right over here and everything like that. So like, and that's actually more due to transformation than anything else. He's got a 360 right over here with a ball joint right at the shoulder, and kind of like hampered by the fact that his hand is actually, rat head is actually right here. He's actually got like a lot of motion right over here and everything like that. He's actually got like almost 90-degree at the elbow. He actually has like a bicep, he has a bicep swivel, nothing at the waist. He can actually kick up. He can actually kick back. He can actually do a roundhouse like a champion, you know? So like that's actually very cool. He also has thigh rotation and a knee bend right over here on either end. So like, I don't know if you're actually like kind of like doing like extreme kung fu or anything like that, where he actually comes up like this, you know what I mean? But like, that's always great. And also, he doesn't lose his tail from rat mode, so, you know, that's another extra piece of articulation. But he's a very cool guy. So, I think he's great. And there. Rattrap. I really love this guy. Wish they actually made more in the way of like Beast Wars figures from for this generation, you know? Because we actually had like a lot in the way of like Rhinox and Waspinator, and I think that he would have actually made like these newer Beast Wars and everything like that would have actually been like kind of cool. We actually had like Optimal Optimus, and I didn't get a chance to get him, but at the same time, they actually miss a whole lot of cues with that Optimal Optimus and everything like that. So right now, I think that one, like the original Optimal Optimus, will actually be just it for me. But yeah, this Rattrap, very, very cool figure.
Should you get a Generations Rattrap? He's actually very cool. I think he's actually great. And that's just not me sponsoring toys or anything like that. Like, I think he's actually pretty excellent. I'm not sponsored by anybody, but if any sponsors are actually out there listening, you know, like, maybe? I don't know. But in any case, Rattrap, he's actually very cool. He actually hits the bells and whistles of anyone who's actually into Beast Wars. You know, he, like, if you actually have like that Beast Wars 90s fix that you actually need to appease to, this is the guy for you right here. And I think he's actually very, very great. So if you actually do have that Beast Wars fancy and everything like that, you actually want to actually add him into your Beast Wars collection, I definitely think he actually makes a worthy fit. So there you go. From me to you, this is Diecast Norm signing off. And when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. Also, please like and subscribe and passing it along to everyone that you actually know and everything like that, because I would actually really love to like actually get more out there and everything like that. So thanks a lot for your help, thanks a lot for watching, and take care everybody.